Hello, friends, and welcome to Live at Your Edge. I'm Ashley, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you. I'm feeling so excited to be back here on Live at Your Edge. It's been a while, and I'm just feeling really excited about being here. So, Live at Your Edge is a podcast about human evolution. And there are two elements of this that I really love to talk about. One is sort of the personal level, self-evolution. So that internal process that we go through in our lives as we grow and heal and expand into the next version of ourselves. And the second piece is the evolution of human beings at the collective level. So the evolution specifically of human consciousness through time within the collective. And so this season 3, one thing that's new is that I am recording video alongside the audio podcast. So you can now find Live at Your Edge on YouTube. So you're welcome to come check out the Live at Your Edge YouTube channel. What I want to do today is to speak about this moment that we're in, this point in time in history. This moment feels like a really intense moment in human evolution. There are a lot of teachers who are speaking about this moment as like an evolutionary leap in human consciousness, which is incredibly exciting. I feel really excited about it. And yet what comes with it is a lot of things changing, and not just changing, but crumbling apart sometimes in order for something new to be built in its place, right? We're living in a moment where it seems like there's so much conflict out in the world happening. There's so much division among people. There's division in politics. There's division even among just types of people. I mean, right now in this time, it feels like people sometimes can't even speak with each other. People are not willing to speak with or associate with people on the other side, quote unquote, of the political spectrum now. It just feels like a moment where there's so much tension, so much division. A lot of us are feeling really disillusioned with how things are. And as a result, it can be a really challenging time to live in right now. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes to sort of speak to it, to name it, and put some context to it. Just remind myself and all of us of what the context is. One of the things I really like to continually settle back into is the truth that everything that's happening is in fact meant to be happening. It's exactly what is supposed to happen and what we're meant to experience. Not just collectively at the big scale, but personally, right? And I don't know about you, but there's been a lot of stuff in my life the last few months, I'd say the last 6 months or so, that just feels like suddenly out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere, right? It feels like something's coming up as like, oh my gosh, it's not working. What's going on with it? There's different parts of my life that feel like they're sort of cracking and crumbling apart. I'm having to kind of rebuild them on like a completely new foundation. And that's some of how I see what's happening in the outer world too, and what a lot of the folks I'm following are saying about it as well. That the crumble, the fall apart is all about paring away the things that aren't actually working anymore, the things that are old. They're the old ways of doing things. They're outdated. They're supposed to feel frustrating. They're supposed to feel like they don't fit. We're supposed to feel a little bit disillusioned about how things are, because this is the fall apart piece. And it really helps me to constantly remind myself about this sort of wise truth about life, which is that the things that happen really are the things that are meant to be. Every moment that's created in life is a result of all the moments that came before it, right? It's like there's all these parallel realities extending through space and time, and that as each moment arrives, they all collapse into one, right? One reality. And what causes it to collapse into that one is just a result of everything that's happening, right? Out in the world. It's the result of our actions and other people's actions and every little thing that's changing and moving. For me, to think about it that way, it reminds me that every single moment that arrives is the exact opposite of random. There's nothing random about it. It feels like, sometimes it feels random. Like, oh, if I had just done something slightly different, there would have been a different outcome. Like we assume, I think, because as a human being, it's very easy for us to assume that we are the ones that are molding and shaping everything that takes place. Because we're in our own selves, it's easy to overestimate the role that we have in whatever the outcome in each moment is. So we can sort of mentally go back and say, but what if I'd done that differently? Because it's hard for us to understand that the reason we did what we did was because of the thought or feelings we'd been having in the moment before that and the moment before that, and that all of that was a result of all of the other things that were happening, right? So because we know we have some choice in our decisions, we tend to assume that we can get things to go the way we want, because sometimes they do. But in moments when they don't, we're being reminded, I think. I think life likes to remind us that we don't actually have as much control as we think. And when it comes to what's happening in the collective, it feels to me like one of the things that is the most supportive is to remember that this is all meant to be happening. Everything that we are witnessing, everything we are experiencing is happening because it is meant to happen, and that there's something in it for us. And so the question is, what are we meant to see? What are we meant to be disillusioned by? What's true now? Like, what's the truth now? Because maybe what was true yesterday or 5 years ago or 20 years ago or 100 years ago, when certain things were set up and created, isn't true anymore. And so it's meant to not fit. We're supposed to feel like something has to change. Something has to change. I love talking about this and thinking about this because it really is a huge support for me in the chapter of history we're living through, when things feel so chaotic and like there's so much uncertainty. There's so much unknown. And as a human being, we are like hardwired to hate the unknown because human beings are creatures who are designed to survive. And from a survival perspective, we are hardwired to associate certainty with security and safety. And so relaxing into the flow of the river can feel terrifying, right? Like, oh my God, I'm just letting go of control. But here's the thing that I love so much and that I'm really trying to practice in my own life to whatever degree I can, because I still have a long way to go with it, but it can feel so freeing. It can feel so freeing to remember that I don't actually have as much control over things as I think I do. And that if I can just relax into what's happening and look for whatever the magic is in it, it's like suddenly I feel so much less anxious, right? I'm not trying to put my control over everything. And I'm remembering like, yeah, it's terrifying to watch what looks like destruction happen in the outer world. It's absolutely terrifying. And some of the things that are being destroyed can't be, or at least my own limited way of seeing it is that they can't be restored. But it's supposed to happen. So why? Why is it supposed to happen? Why are these things that feel so painful supposed to happen? Because there's something here. There's some magic unfolding. There's something new coming. So right now I'm recording at the very end of 2025. We're about to walk into 2026, and wow, it's not only a brand new year, but it's also There's a teacher who I have just started to kind of tap into his teachings. You may know him. His name is Richard Rudd. He is the creator of the Gene Keys. And he has been talking about this period that we're walking into, especially 2026 and 2027, as being particularly pivotal years in this massive shift in human consciousness that we are undergoing. And that these 2 years coming up are big years. They're important years for this process, and they are going to be asking of us huge amounts of getting in touch with what's true for us now and what's ready to leaving behind the old things. And I think it may be an intense time, but it can just be so supportive to, I don't know, for me, it's really supportive to follow teachers who are speaking about that in sort of a high frequency, like a high perspective, and also from a deeply wise place. A lot of these folks are incredibly wise human beings, and the perspective they bring is so empowering. It really shifts for me feeling like a human who's just being blown around in a hurricane to feeling like, wow, if I'm here on the planet now, there's a reason for that. I'm supposed to be here. There's something I'm meant to be here in this moment on Earth. There's something that I'm meant to be and to bring. There's a reason for my existence. And it really shifts my energy, my orientation, my attitude, it brings me into a place of peace as well with it. So that's really what I wanted to share. It's just some perspective. It's just bringing sort of like a focus on the importance and power of this moment that we're living in right now at the turn of the year, at the start of a new year. I'm incredibly excited to be here on the podcast, and I can't wait to see what you and I get to create together here. It's a really exciting time to be alive and to be creating things with other people. So I really can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to creating new episodes and dropping those in your feed. And I want to wish you a peaceful and meaningful shift into the brand new year, whatever that looks like for you. And I just want to thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next episode.